As his guys have now moved out in front. And they'll accept that penalty. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for two. Now it's Jackson. And he's got it. So they decide to still go for it even after the 5-yard penalty. And they convert. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Check 31. Shit.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as they have taken the lead. These 2 teams in this 1st half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now Jackson on first down. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. 30, 20, 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
Yeah, we dominate today. Come get some. Come on, come get some. Here,
Now Jackson. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, as his guys have now moved out in front. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really...
There he goes, left side. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive.
Hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense, they want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A big play there on the catch and
yardage.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And they'll Jackson. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there as they have taken the lead.
And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you? Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
To throw is Jackson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety.
Normally we think about big swings and scores before a half. We think offense, but this time their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Jackson on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Undercut.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, throw left side complete. That's Brown. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Throwing is Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Jackson, a final shot before break. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will... The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On first down, Mahomes. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mahomes going to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Mahomes now to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A.J. Klein in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes, touchdown Bengals. Drew Sample, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They'll look to throw. Being chased, and now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught by Brown. The 20. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 50 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis from 10 yards out. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check nickel.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. A.J. Klein able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes. This one hauled in by Sample. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown! Drew Sample, 59 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a one-score deficit. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown, Bills. A.J. Brown, 59 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2.
Push him back. Push him back. 57. Mike, 57. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Watch the pass. Let's 57. 57's right. Let's go, King. Check it out,
Jackson now. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it down.